So we have been covering the 26 qualities required by the student of higher knowledge, and we will chant that mantra. It's from the 16th chapter. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Abhayam Satya Samshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi Dhanam Damascha Yajnascha Swadhyaya Tapadjavam Ahimsa Satyamakroda Tyaga Shantira Paishunam Daya Bhuteshu Aloluptvam Mardhavam Hira Chapalam Tejakshama Dhruti Shaucha Adroho Na Atimanitha Bhavanti Sampadam Devi Abhijatasya Bharata. So, Bhavanti Sampadam Devi Abhijatasya Bharata. Bhavanti, the person who aspires to acquire this knowledge is born with these qualities. These are 26 qualities, that those who want to acquire these qualities and longing for these qualities, that means sattvic people that are born with these qualities, 26 qualities. We as seekers of yoga that try to acquire the sattvic qualities and acquire these 26 qualities. And what is the benefit of acquiring sattvic qualities? And it's in Bhagavad Gita, it says sattvic people is a nirmalam phalam. It's a purity is the phala. Nirmalam phalam. What is the rajasic qualities? If you acquire rajasic qualities, what is the benefit of that one? What is the benefit? It says rajasic qualities is nothing but confusion. This they become very confused in their life towards the fag end of the life. When they are old, infirm, and towards the fag end, they get confused. Which way to take? And the tamasic people, the benefit that the phala of the tamasic people is muda yonishu jayate. They go to the nether world, the lower world. It's sattvic qualities, the purity, clarity, and is the benefit. Nirmalam phalam, and rajasic qualities, it's phala is they get confused, and tamasic people, they go to the nether world. Muda yonishu jayate. And 26 qualities, we covered 12 qualities, and we will quickly go through that one. It's good to regurgitate, go through again and again. It's abhayam. Abhayam is a fearlessness. First quality of the seeker is the fearlessness. That all the religions, they try to instill fear in you. That they say that on this Saturday means you got to please Shani, or some other day you got to please that deity, or this is a eclipse time, you have that dosha, you got to please that Rahu or Ketu or that planet. And but seeker of the higher knowledge, he or she is fully confident. When I am worshipping the Supreme, why that no other force, little force can affect me. That I am totally surrendered to the highest force, the Supreme, that other little forces cannot affect me. That they won't get bogged down by worshipping trivial deities. That they will pay the respect, but they don't. It's a Saturday, today I worship only Shani, and Sunday I worship only another god, and Monday another god. They won't go from one god to another. They know only for sure they are worshipping the only god. Abhayam. And this type of sattva samshuddhi, they get the clarity of the mind. That divine people have clear thinking. That is the sattvic quality. Nirmalam phalam. And jnana yoga vyavasthitihi. That through the practice of jnana yoga, through the reading of the scriptures, that jnana yoga, they get clarity of the mind. Abhayam sattva samshuddhi jnana yoga vyavastitihi. Dhanam damascha yajnascha. Dhanam, that give, that they are very liberal in giving. We acquire so many things, we hardly pass out. We hoard that it's a dhanam, that's Veda says that bhiya deyam, hriya deyam, shriya deyam, samvidha deyam. Give anyhow, bhiya deyam, out of fear give, out of hriya, out of shyness give. In a group of, if people are there, somebody comes for donation, out of shyness, if everyone is giving, at least give out of shyness. Or shriya deyam for the benefit of the community give. And samvidha deyam, give as per the constitution. Dhanam, dhamascha yajnascha. Dhamascha and yajnascha, it lays importance, have control over your senses. And yajnascha, whole life should become an yajna. It's not a half an hour practice, it's a whole life becomes a yajna. That dhanam dhamascha yajnascha swadhyaya tapa arjavam swadhyaya ritam cha swadhyaya pravachanecha satyam cha swadhyaya pravachanecha. Swadhyaya, it's a reading of the scriptures, one meaning, and swadhyaya, it's a Taittiriya Upanishad says ritam cha swadhyaya pravachanecha. First understand what is truth. That ritam, understand the truth, and satyam cha swadhyaya pravachanecha. That many things we take it for, if somebody says something, we believe it. First understand what is truth, what is the higher truth. And this ritam is understanding the right truth, and satyam is understanding that what is real and practice that one, satyam. And swadhyaya pravachanecha, whatever you hear, you pass it on to others. That's the part of swadhyaya. You have no right to only to acquire, and if you are not passing on to others, they say you have no right to take it to the graveyard. Whatever you acquired, you have a responsibility, obligation to pass it on to others. Swadhyaya tapa evacha. Tapa is in the 17th chapter. We'll cover that one in the next class, in next term. It says what is the tapas in the physical level, what is the tapas in the talking level, what is the tapas in the mental level. In the physical level it says Deva Dvijaguru Prajnam Pujanam Shaucha Arjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsam Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Deva means it's a surrender to the Supreme, and bow down your head whenever you are passing through the place of worship. It's in the olden times that if they going from here to another place, if the temple is there somewhere, they go around even few steps extra, they make sure that they go around the temple as a mark of respect. It's a pay that respect. It's a Deva and Dvija. Dvija means one, it's a who has knowledge. It's a pay respect to the Dvija, one who has knowledge. Deva Guru. Guru means one who has not only learned person, but also imparts the knowledge. It's called as Guru. And Prajnam. It's not only learned, not only imparts the knowledge, but also has self-experience. It's a Prajnam. You pay respect to these four. One is the Supreme, and one learned person, and for a not only learned, passes on the whatever he or she learned, passes on to others. Respect that person. And Prajna, it's not only respects, it passes on the message, but also it has a self-experience. You have to respect these four people. This is the tapas in the bodily level. This is the tapas we have to observe, that in the 17th chapter, Sri Krishna talks about that one. We covered Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi Dhanam Damascha Yajnascha Swadhyaya Tapa Evacha. It's 9 qualities in the first sloka. And Ahimsa Satyam Akrodha. Ahimsa, that whatever that Ahimsa, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's our sadhana is to acquire sattvic qualities. And food also, in the 17th chapter, Sri Krishna says the type of food is dear to us, is depending on the type of qualities we have, like sattvic, rajasic or tamasic qualities. Seekers of the higher knowledge try to have sattvic food. What type of sattvic food it talks about is ayu sattvam bhala arogyam sukha priti vivardhanaha rasya snigdha stira hridya ahara sattvika priyaha. Ayu sattvam, the food which gives the nourishment, increases the lifespan. It's a life whatever we have, we got to make full use of it. You should not say that I should die. That it says, if you are saying that one, though I should curtail my life, you are paying the disrespect to the Creator. That life has given to experience and do the sadhana continuously. That the moment people say that I wish I die, that people saying that one, they are paying the disrespect to the Supreme. Whatever we have, we should endeavor to live as long as we can and continue to do the sadhana. That is the purpose of our birth. We have come here to evolve ourselves, raise ourselves. That never think of dying soon. That prolong the life as long as you can and continuously do the sadhana. Ayu, ayu, sattvam, and it increases the lifespan, increases the strength, and bhala arogyam, increases the health. Ayu sattvam bala arogyam sukha priti, increases the happiness in the body and happiness in the mind. Sukha priti vivardhanaha, food which is juicy, nourishing, and these type of food are pleasing to people of sattvic type. And people of rajasic type of food they like is katva, mla, lavana, ushna, tikshna, ruksha vivardhanaha, vidahinaha, ahara rajasa syeshta, dukkha dosha maya pradaha. Rajasic people, the type of food they like, it gives them sorrow and suffering. The type of food they like, it's too hot, too sour, too pungent, too spicy, and too temperature hot. That type of food they like. And ruksha last time I mentioned, it's like a bubble gum that keep on chewing. There is no essence, no nourishment in that one. They like this type of food. Rajasic people like this type of food. And tamasic type of people they like yatha yamam gatarasam puti pariyushitam chayat uchishtam apicha medya tamasa bhojanam tamasa priyam. Yatha yamam, very old food, stale food, putrefied food, rotten food, and uchishtam api, sharing the plate, eating with the same plate, in the same spoon they pass on or drink the same half drink and pass on the drink to others, and sharing the same plate. And medya means offering to the Supreme. Before eating, that we have to offer it to the God, that Supreme. That without offering, one who eats, it's this type of food. That tamasic people like this type of food. And it says, move away from tamasic type of food, and whatever you are eating, before that one, offer it to the God, that as soon as plate is given, don't eat it. Think of the provider and eat it. That is the ahimsa. Ahimsa, satyam. Satyam is, as I mentioned, that we should know what is satyam. Satyam vada, priyam vada, satyam vada, talk what is satya, truth, and what is conducive to what is pleasing, talk that one. But it's when we are saying something, it brings out good to the others, that is satya. Even if you tell a lie, like a mother is telling the child, chocolate is over, though chocolate is there, even she tells the lie, if it brings out good to the other child, that is called as truth. By telling the truth, if the child asks for money, if for partying, that constant partying, if the mother keeps on giving that one, that is asatya. It is not truth. That it's a chocolate. If the child is demanding chocolates, if the mother keeps giving, it destroys child's health. That is, it's a asatya. Tell the lie to help others. Even if you do that one, that is called as satya. Ahimsa, satyam, akrodha. Akrodha, krodha. Krodha means anger. Akrodha means not getting anger. It's Bhagavad Gita again, it says that krodha, anger is the son byproduct of kama. When you have too much of desire, that when the desires are fulfilled, that we get greed. We want more and more. When we have lot of desires, if the desires are not fulfilled, we get anger. Anger is the byproduct of desire. Control, kama yesha, krodha yesha, rajo guna samudbhava, mahashano mahapatma. It's born out of kama, desire and anger are born of rajoguna. It's a byproduct of rajoguna. These are the source of this one is leading you to the hell. It's a mahashano mahapatma. It is a great sin. It is pushing you towards the greater sin. Try to control that. Go away from rajoguna towards the sattvic guna. It's a akrodho. It's a ahimsa, satyam, akrodha. Tyaga means it's a giving out. That in the 18th chapter, Arjuna asked that one, what is better? It's tyaga is better or sannyasa is better? Tyaga means giving up attachment to the fruits of your action, or giving up the action completely. Which one is better? Which one is better? Whether shall I give up the action completely, that is the sannyasa, or tyaga, give up the results for the action. That Sri Krishna says, giving up you can't, it's a yajna, dhana, tapa, karma, pavanani, manishina. Everyone, even the realized people, great jnanis, yajna, dhana and tapas, they can't give up. Even that, these three purifies the noble people. The tyaga is the better than sannyasa. Giving up the results to the fruit of action is better than sannyasa. Tyaga means giving up whatever you have to do as an obligation, you do everything, but do not expect the results. Do not expect the results according to your wish. Ahimsa, satyam, akrodha, tyaga, shanti. I will stop with shanti. Shanti means surrender to the divine will. It's in Mahabharata, Vedavyasa he mentions, he composed Mahabharata to bring out 4 characters. One is Sri Krishna himself, and second is Vidura, third is Gandhari, and fourth is Kunti. That 4 characters, to bring out these 4 characters, he wrote that Sri Krishna is a Lord of Yoga, is a Yogeshwara. He wanted to bring out the greatness of Sri Krishna. And Gandhari is the embodiment of Dharma. And Vidura is the embodiment of knowledge. And Kunti is the embodiment of courage. And Kunti is all through her life, from childhood, she went on turmoil, from one trouble to another. Whole life she struggled. And at the end, after the war, when everything is settled, Sri Krishna stayed with Pandavas for a year, and when he was about to go out, he asked Kunti what she wanted. And she said, give me more trouble, more problem. Whole life, give me more and more problem. Sri Krishna asked why. He said, more problem means I can think of you all the time. That if no problem is there, if I am in comfort, I forget you, but I want to remember you constantly. Give me more problem. That is the Shanti. Shanti means surrender to the divine will. Think of the Lord continuously. That is the Shanti. And we will continue further next class. We have covered 14 qualities out of 26 so far. Lie down on your back.